Amy Reno was diagnosed with a heart condition at a very young age. She was told by every doctor she went to that having a baby would most likely kill her or kill her baby. So she lost any hope of having a child of her own until 2007, when she found out she was pregnant. This moment, which is most people's happiest, was her scariest. This is her story.
My name is Amy Reno, and I am originally from New Sharon, Iowa. I was diagnosed with my heart condition, which is aortic stenosis, when I was 3 months of age. So aortic stenosis is basically the main valve of your heart, which is the aortic valve that supplies your entire body, entire system with blood, is stenotic or very narrow. I found out I was pregnant in June of 2007. I did have major fears. I didn't know if I was going to be able to carry the baby. I didn't know if I was going to live. I didn't know if the baby would live. I did think about having an abortion. Actually, the doctor that, the first doctor I saw down at the university, the obstetrician, actually recommended that I have an abortion. Every other month, every 2 months, I had an ultrasound, and they would go in like as far as in depth to look at the 4 chambers of the baby's heart to make sure that they were functioning normally. So I went to the hospital at 8 o'clock in the morning down to the University of Iowa, and I received an epidural right away. I was not going to be able to push. They wanted me to have the baby naturally, and they wanted the baby to come out on its own without any sort of extra pushing or any extra help of any kind, and definitely not a cesarean section. So I got my epidural first thing in the morning, and then at some point he was not coming, and my water was not broke yet. So they gave me what's called Pitocin. So it's just something that's supposed to help induce the labor. It's just an IV medication. They had me hooked up to the IV medication, and then they had me hooked up to an ART line, which is just an internal line to keep track of all my vital signs. He still wasn't coming. My water still wasn't breaking. So finally at 10 o'clock in the evening, they broke my water for me, and he still didn't come after that. And his head was tilted a little bit to the side. So they kind of waited for a little bit to see if he would move around. Like I had to move on my side and roll back and forth to kind of get him to move a little bit. And he still wouldn't move. So then finally, I would say probably about 2:30 in the morning, the next morning, they decided to take me into the OR to deliver the baby. And they were going to try to let me push just once. And if he didn't come out then they were going to do a cesarean section.
As you sleep, every day you're changing. Sometimes I wish it wasn't true. Hearts are made for giving. I've given mine to you. May never lose the wonder in your soul.
This is the result of a good decision.